right? So the motto of my brand, Real World Tactical, is make your mind unbreakable so that your body becomes unstoppable. Okay, your mindset is everything, and anything that you do in life, whether it's weight training, whether it's business, whether it's how you want to live your life, if you don't have a strong mindset and you're not willing to put in the time, you're not willing to go through the hardships of life, the struggles, then the truth is that you're probably not going to amount to anything, right? I was explaining to her during the first half of the training, she's not used to a lot of that strength conditioning stuff. So yes, her heart rate was going to be skyrocketed, her lungs were going to be burning, she was going to be going through a lot of issues. The bodybuilding stuff for her is easy, right? Because she does it all the time. The other stuff is always going to be a little bit harder, and that's where the test comes, where her mentality comes in, her mindset has to take over. Because at that point, it's whether or not you're going to quit or not. And the truth is, in this life, life's hard. And nobody really gives a fuck about you at the end of the day. The only person that really needs to give a fuck about you is you. Okay? And if you're not willing to put in the time, you're not willing to struggle, you're not willing to enjoy the journey of what it really is that you want to do in life, then you're probably not going to amount to anything. You're probably going to stay on your couch watching TV and eating Cheetos for the rest of your life. So that is the biggest thing. You have anything in this life that is the most important thing in this life. It's your mindset, and you have to be able to push through the hardest parts of your life. Let's go. Hello.
To be able to handle this beast and animal, I take in glycofuse, glutamine, 2 screws, and amino acids. Let's see how I'm gonna last. He's kicking my ass. So that is our warm up. I know. Ask for it. I always think it's a good idea, but then not that much.
Yeah. All right, guys, so a lot of my leg routines aren't regular bodybuilding leg routines, right? So I always do performance first and then isolation second. I'm putting her through one of my basic leg routines that I used to do back in the day, based off performance, right? So explosion, sled pulling, you're working femorals, you're working your hamstrings, you're working your quads, working everything first, getting that performance out of the way, and then we're gonna go into the bodybuilding portion. So this is technically like a warm-up. I usually do about 4 or 5 sets of strength conditioning of whatever I was gonna do first, do some circuits, and then some bodybuilding. You know what I mean? So we go from there.
So what, second, third set?
Still warming up.
Still warming up. Do I look like I'm just warming up?
Go. I said, into your nose, up to your mouth. Come on. Get it. Don't breathe. Come on. Yeah, 5 more feet. Let's go. 5 more feet. Last one right here. Let's go. Make it count. Come on. Last one. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, almost there. 5, come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it. A lot of people always ask me how I was able to do a lot of the things that I did, weighing 240, 250 pounds. Well, this is how I used to be able to do it. I did a lot of circuit training, a lot of high intensity training workouts. And then after I did my high intensity training workouts, I would go and do isolation, do bodybuilding, right? Performance, for me, strength conditioning and all that was always primary. The bodybuilding and all that came secondary. Muscle isolation is obviously the foundation of what you need. You need muscle for strength and all of that, right? But performance, you have to condition the body, the lungs, everything to do what it needs to do, right? So you see a lot of big dudes, they're not very strong. A lot of big dudes can't move, they're like blocks, right? Well, my entire 20-something years of doing this, I said that if I was ever gonna be big, I was gonna be a big guy that could move, a big guy that could jump, a big guy that could run, do a little bit of everything, right? Fight, MMA, everything. So dedicated myself to that, and this is exactly how I did it. People always ask, how? Well, you just gotta put in the fucking work. You gotta do strength conditioning, you gotta do circuit training, you gotta do sprints, you gotta do sled pulls, you gotta do all this stuff. And then you can do bodybuilding. No holding on, come on, backwards. Come on, backwards. You control your breathing, your heart moves slowly. Go. Backwards, let's go. Go. Why are you looking at me with that face?
Laughing.
He's about to pass the fuck out. Let's go. Shuffle. Keep your body to the side. All right, other side now. No, take it off. We're not done yet. Other side. Other leg. Oh! Don't stop!
Ah!
So just for a heads up, guys, now we're gonna go into actual muscle isolation, right? We're gonna start off hamstrings, then quads, then we're gonna go into a little bit of, we're gonna be doing some squatting. I'm a huge squatting believer just because you have to strengthen your back. Your back's one of the most important things. Your lower back, you have to be able to take some kind of weight on your back, right? For her, we're gonna be more in the 10 to 15 rep range. We're not gonna be going heavy like a power lifter where it'll be 5 reps and below or whatever. We just want to try to get as much oxygenated blood into those muscles. Try to work completely. Try to just destroy them. Right now, when I do leg training, you're gonna have some guys in the bodybuilding world where you're gonna do like the front of the leg or the back of the leg, right? So they'll work glutes, hammies, or whatever. Today, since it's kind of a performance and bodybuilding day, we're doing both things. Okay, we're gonna be doing we're gonna be working pretty much from the waist down. So we're gonna be doing glutes, hammies, quads, a little bit of everything. So you guys are gonna see all the different exercises that I like to do that help with the performance aspect of it as well as the muscle isolation aspect.
Maybe I don't look happy, but I'm super, super happy because I think his intensity, it's another world. I mean, seriously. He looks like such a nice guy, right? Yeah.
One more.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
10 more. 10 more. 10 more. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Let's go. 10, do it.
One more lucky and fun day. And today we're working out with Tony. He is a badass. He is ex-military. He was in forces. Everyone, he's actually right there. And he's getting to kill me on, I believe, squats. He already took me outside. I already died. I went in coma, then I come back. Then he killed me on leg curls. I died. I come back. So I guess it's going to be coming back from coma and keep going because he doesn't let me to stop for a second. Follow us.
Here we go. This is heavy, so get ready.
You got me. Yeah?
Focus. We got a nice little rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Open. Wide stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 9, 10. back straight.
I can't. Oh my God.
You don't even have any weight on you. So let me explain what happened. So in the beginning of these squats, I explained to her that if she kept rushing the squats, right, that her lower back was going to take a brunt of the hit because she's just not used to doing squats for that long period of time. And exactly what I said was going to happen happened to her, right? Her lower back is cramping up. What happens is your hip flexors start to tighten up right here from the squatting, and then it starts to pull on your lower back, and all the front here goes like this, tightens, which causes you what's called a lower back pump. Okay, and that's what's happening to her right now. What happens when you have a lower back pump is it pretty much destroys your workout. You won't be able to do anything because your lower back feels like it's cramping really, really bad. Okay, it's very common. Okay, so what we had to do is we had to do some recovery stuff to loosen her lower back out again and relax it now. So we're going right back to where we started off, which was the side shuffles, the banded side shuffles for her glutes, and we're gonna finish that. Okay, we started something, we're gonna finish it. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Do I look worried? Do I look worried?
A little bit, yeah.
Come on. 2. Don't go up so high. You need to stay low. You need to hit your hamstrings, not your quads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go. 10. One more. Let's go. 10. 10. You gotta be 10. Come on, 5. Control the screaming, control the breathing. You have more power level. Hold it. There you go, there it is. 3 more. 10, that's it. Yeah, so you stand and then go into position. All right, guys, well, that pretty much concludes our leg training for the day. It was pretty much a glimpse of some of the training that I used to do back in the day when I was training really hard on strength conditioning and bodybuilding together. Ali told me she wanted to come and do one of my leg trainings, so I obliged. I gave her the chance to come and have a little experience here with me at my gym. Thank you so much for coming. It was a pleasure training you. She's all hard, guys, all hard. Don't question it. It's all real. It's the real deal. So she didn't quit not one time. Her back bumps was bothering her a little bit. That's normal. That used to happen to me, believe it or not, quite a bit, you know. You gotta stretch out, recover a little bit, then you get back into it. She did, she didn't quit, she kept going. That's the bottom line.
Maybe I made faces, but honestly I enjoy every second, and it's probably the hardest, I say a lot the hardest training, but you could see it like when your face is dark and they turn in blue or like really light, you know it's no joke there. There's no faking, no laughing, no talking, no understanding what's going on. It's just hard work. So I appreciate your time. It was amazing. It's like honestly one of the hardest trainings I've ever had. And I'll come back to him and he will train me more, and I'm not gonna be that unprepared anymore. You will see.
Hopefully she said she wants to work on some sprinting, some banded sprints and some sled work. So on the next series, we'll be concentrating on a little bit more strength conditioning compared to bodybuilding.
Hell yeah.